Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Jaya Vishwapada Parvamsa Parikacharya Shosha Shri Srimati Prabhupada ki, ISKCON founder, founder Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai. Hare Krishna Prabhu ji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Madhava
Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Nanda Rajana Yashodananda
Yamuna Tira
Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodananda Rajana Yashodananda Rajana Radha Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandanam Radhadanarada Ram Radhadanarada Shunanandanam Radhadanarada Shunanandanam Radhadanarada Ramnatira Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandanam Radhadanarada Yamunatira Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Namasta Ashisham Isha
Namaskar Shisha Isha.
Manave Karanatmane
Manave
Namo Dharmaya Brihate
नमो धर्माय बृहते
Krishnaya Kunta Medase
कृष्णाय कुन्तमेधसे
Purushaya Puranaya
पुरुषाय पुराणाय
Sankhya Yogeshwaraya Cha
साङ्ख्ययोगेश्वराय च
Ashisham Isha
नमस्काशिषामीशा
Manave Karanatmane
Manave
कारणात्मने
Namo Dharmaya Brihate
नमो धर्माय बृहते
Aya Akunta Medase
Krishnaya
कुन्तमेधसे
Puranaya
पुरुषाय पुराणाय
Sankhya Yogeshwaraya Cha
साङ्ख्ययोगेश्वराय च
Namaste Ashisham Isha
नमस्काशिषामीशा
Namaste Ashisham Isha
नमस्काशिषामीशा
मनवे कारणात्मने
मनवे कारणात्मने
नमो धर्माय बृहते
नमो
नमो
धर्माय
धर्माय बृहते
आय आकुण्ठ मेधसे
कृष्णाय कुण्ठमेधसे
पुरुषाय पुराणाय
पुरुषाय पुराणाय
साङ्ख्ययोगेश्वराय च
साङ्ख्ययोगेश्वराय च
माताजी El Ghetto. Namaha, offering obeisances. Te unto you, Ashishamisha, O topmost of all bestowers of benediction. Manave, unto the Supreme Mind, or Supreme Manu, Karanatmane, the Supreme Cause of all causes.
The supreme cause of all. Namaha.
Dharmaya,
Maya.
unto one who knows the best of all religion.
unto one who knows the
Brihate, the greatest. Krishnaya, unto Krishna.
unto Krishna,
Akunta Medase, one whose brain activity is never checked.
unto one whose brain
Purushaya, the Supreme Person. Puranaya, the oldest of the old.
Lord,
Sankhya Yoga Ishwaraya, the master of the principles of Sankhya Yoga.
the master of principles of
Cha.
science.
And my dear Lord, you are the topmost of all the bestowers of all benediction, the oldest, the supreme enjoyer among all enjoyers. You are the master of all the world's metaphysical philosophy. For you are the supreme cause of all causes, Lord Krishna. You are the greatest of all the religious principles, the supreme mind. You have a brain which is never checked by any condition. Therefore, I repeatedly offer my obeisance unto you. My dear Lord, you are the topmost of all the bestowers
Of all
of all
bestowers,
benediction,
of all
the
benediction,
oldest, and the supreme enjoyer
and the
among
supreme
all enjoyers. You are the
ornament,
master
the
of
master,
all the words,
other
metaphysical philosophy.
and
For you are the supreme cause of all causes,
whatever the supreme cause of
Lord
all.
Krishna.
Lord,
You are the greatest of all the religious principles,
you are the
the
greatest of
supreme
all.
mind, and you have a brain which is never checked by any condition. Therefore, I repeatedly offer my obeisances unto you. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. The words Krishnaya Akunta Medhase are significant in this verse. Modern scientists have stopped their brain work by discovering the theory of uncertainty, but factually, for a living being, there cannot be any brain activity which is not checked by time and space limitations. A living entity is called Anu, an atomic particle of the Supreme Soul, and therefore his brain is also atomic. It cannot accommodate unlimited knowledge. This does not mean, however, that the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna has a limited brain. What Krishna says and does is not limited by time and space. In Bhagavad Gita 7.26, the Lord says, Vedha Vedhaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana karchana. O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me no one knows. Krishna knows everything, but one cannot understand Krishna without being favored by him. Thus, for Krishna and his representative, there is no question of a theory of uncertainty. What Krishna says is all perfect and certain and is applicable to the past, present, and future. Nor is there any uncertainty for one who knows exactly what Krishna says. The Krishna conscious movement is based on Bhagavad Gita as it is, as spoken by Lord Krishna, and for those who are engaged in this movement, there is no question of uncertainty. The Lord Krishna is also addressed herein as Ashisham Isha. The great saintly personalities, sages, and demigods are able to offer benedictions to ordinary living entities, but they in turn are benedicted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Without being benedicted by Krishna, one cannot offer benediction to anyone else. The word Manave, meaning unto the Supreme Manu, is also significant. The Supreme Manu in Vedic literature is Swayambhuva Manu, who is an incarnation of Krishna. All the Manus are empowered incarnations of Krishna, Manvantara Avatara. There are 14 Manus in one day of Brahma, 420 in 1 month, 5040 in 1 year, and 5,04,000 Manus in the lifetime of Brahma. Since all the Manus are directors of human society, ultimately Krishna is the supreme director of human society. In another sense, the word Manave indicates the perfection of all kinds of mantras. The mantra delivers a conditioned soul from his bondage. So simply by chanting the mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, one can gain deliverance from any condition. Karanatmane, everything has a cause. The theory of chance is repudiated in this verse because everything has its cause. There is no question of chance. Because so called philosophers and scientists are unable to find the real cause, they foolishly say that everything happens by chance. In Brahma Samhita, Krishna is described as a cause of all causes. Therefore, he is addressed herein as Karanatmani. His very personality is the original cause of everything, the root of everything, and the seed of everything. As described in Vedanta Sutra 1.1.2, Janmadhyasya Yataha. The absolute truth is the supreme cause of all emanations. The word Sankhya Yogeshwaraya is also significant herein, for Krishna is described in Bhagavad Gita as Yogeshwara, the master of all mystic powers. Without possessing inconceivable mystic powers, one cannot be accepted as God. In this age of Kali, those who have little fragmental portion of mystic power claim to be God, but such pseudo-gods can only be accepted as fools, for only Krishna is the supreme person who possesses all mystic and yogic perfections. The Sankhya Yoga system, popular at the present moment, was propounded by the atheist Kapila, but the original Sankhya Yoga system was propounded by an incarnation of Krishna also named Kapila, the son of Devahuti. Similarly, Dattatreya, another incarnation of Krishna, also explained the Sankhya Yoga system. Thus, Krishna is the origin of all Sankhya Yoga system and mystic yoga powers. The word Purushaya Puranaya are also worthy of special attention. In Brahma Samhita, Krishna is accepted as the Adi Purusha, the original person or the original enjoyer. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is also accepted as Purana Purusha, the oldest person. Although he is the oldest of all personalities, he is also the youngest of all, or Nava Yavana. Another significant word is dharmaya. Since Krishna is the original propounder of all kind of religious principles, it is said, dharmam stu sakshat bhagavat pranitam, Bhagavatam 6.3.19. No one can introduce a new type of religion, for religion is already there, having been established by Lord Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna informs us of the original dharma and also asks us to give up all kind of religious principles. The real dharma is to surrender unto him. In the Mahabharata, it is also said, Yecha Veda Vido Vipra, Echa Adhyatma Vidho Janaha, Te Vadanti Mahatmanam, Krishnam Dharmam Sanatanam. The purport is that one who has studied the Vedas perfectly, who is a perfect Vipra or knower of the Vedas, who knows what spiritual life actually is, speaks about Krishna, the Supreme Person, as one's Sanatana Dharma. Lord Shiva therefore teaches us the principles of Sanatana Dharma. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnam Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shundavadi Pashat Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namasta Ashishamisha
Namaste Shishamisha
Manave Karanatmane
Manave Karanatmane
Namo Dharmaya Brihate
Namo Dharmaya Brihate
Krishnaya Akunta Medase
Krishnaya Akunta Medase
Purushaya Puranaya
Purushaya Puranaya
Sankhya Yogeshwaraya Cha.
Sankhya Yogeshwaraya Cha.
My dear Lord, you are the topmost of all the bestowers of all benedictions, the oldest and the supreme enjoyer among all enjoyers. You are the master of the world's metaphysical philosophy, for you are the supreme cause of all causes, Lord Krishna. You are the greatest of all religious principles, the supreme mind. You have a brain which is never checked by any condition. Therefore, I repeatedly offer my obeisances unto you. This is Elgato. So I take from this. Hare Krishna. So what is the word we take out from this? Very interesting word, theory of uncertainty. Prabhupada keeps using this word in the purport. Just imagine the day we develop faith that Krishna is in total control. What kind of day that will be? That existence will be without any fear. That existence will be our total dependence on the Lord, that He is in control of everything. A new word will be there. And actually, Prabhupada says, there is no understanding of God unless we accept God is inconceivable. That's the first thing. And in Krishna book, Prabhupada says that first you start with that, then everything becomes understandable. In Mahabharata, we have, for everything there is a reason. This person is doing this now because in one previous life, this was the benediction. This person is doing this now because there was a curse for him for this situation. Everything is, there is a cause. Theory of uncertainty, which is so popular today, Prabhupada says, it stops the brain activity of the individual. Now, today, that is thought to be the highest. The highest conclusion. It all happened by an accident. That's the highest conclusion today. And Prabhupada says, unfortunately, it stops the brain activity. Matlab, dimag band ho jata hai. Just see the word he is using. It stops the brain activity. You see that? Modern scientists have stopped their brain work by discovering the theory of uncertainty. But it just blocked their knowledge. After that, it is a gift of maybe Kali, to make people dull. After that, their brain does not work. And this is what is there in the society today. How it happened? Accidentally it happened. One accident happened, some person did this, he shot some people. And nothing is accidental. And therefore, when people hear this, a kind of philosophy which is taught to them in the schools and in the colleges and through the media, through every angle, their actually brain activity stops. How funny it is actually. How interesting it is, huh? We never looked at it like that, huh? Dimag band ho jata hai. Just imagine how Prabhupada is looking at big scientists. Therefore, Prabhupada is to only ask one question, are you Krishna conscious? And whoever it may be, the greatest scientist or some politician and all, I said, no, Prabhupada, you are a rascal, straight on the face. Because he knows his brain activity has stopped. That is why he is speaking such kind of conclusion. Unimaginable. Because of that atheistic conclusion today, you see that people's heart has not opened up, the brain has not opened up. And then Prabhupada is saying, you tiny fellows, you are atomic, your capacity to understand things is also atomic. You are very small. You cannot understand the atomic soul. How can the limited understand the unlimited? That's a word is used sometimes. How can the jiva, who is limited and very small, How can he understand the unlimited, the Supreme Lord? It is very difficult. We take the analogy in the presentation of the knowledge that suppose the ant is there in this room. Is it possible for the ant to understand the discussion going on? Correct? It is too small. So for us to say that I want to understand the complete manifestation, this is going to be very difficult. No? This is going to be very difficult. So just imagine, we have been taken away from this. Just like it is said, if you read Bhagavatam, and still after reading Bhagavatam there is fear in your mind, you simply wasted your time. There was no benefit. Just imagine. The existence, when you understand, there is no uncertainty. Everything is, Krishna is in total control. So not only we understand that Krishna is behind the creation, to some extent we understand philosophically, not that we are seeing it, philosophically understand the whole manifestation has come by the design of Krishna. But imagine one more level, this is itself wonderful. Aham sarvasya prabhavo, Krishna is behind the whole creation. But also you understand that he is in total control of the situation, there is no uncertainty. Prabhupada said that this kind of a theory, that uncertainty is the cause of everything, that's what I think the science says. It's totally reverse. They say that actually cause of everything was an accident, that means uncertainty. And what is happening in the world today is also uncertainty, and just accidentally things are happening. And then the world may dissolve, again uncertainty. So creation is caused by some uncertainty, the maintenance is by uncertainty, and it may dissolve by uncertainty. That's what we hear every day. Some comet is coming, will it be dangerous? And people are very worried. And it will hit the earth by accident, uncertainty, and everything is destroyed by uncertainty. Uncertainty is the cause, uncertainty is the maintenance, and uncertainty in destruction. And just imagine here, we read something else in the Shastra. Janmadiyasya yataha, he is the cause of both creation, maintenance and destruction. Shishti, Siti, Pralaya, all the three are under control. And we are reading something else, accidentally. Two different books. And Prabhupada says, moment you start with this conclusion that the word uncertainty, the cause, your brain activity stops. It's very true, no? You see, isn't it logical? When you know there is a cause, you will try to find out what is the cause. Correct? Shri Radha Govinda ki. In the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says the different elements of knowledge, how to receive knowledge, what is the final one? Philosophical search into the absolute truth. Correct? And I suppose some certain thing happens. What everybody is saying, why Krishna has allowed this to happen? We were discussing, because of some court decision, correct? Everybody is saying, why Krishna has sanctioned this? Why did this happen actually, correct? We start thinking deeper and deeper. The brain activity goes on. Was the judge bribed? What is the cause? Everybody thinks. But you're saying, no, it just happened accidentally, then you don't go deeper. What is science after that? You close all the labs. Actually, science did some work making these mobiles and all small, thing, chota mota thing. But the real questions, they stopped thinking long time ago. The real questions, if they were thinking, yes, then today they would be the whole world should be reading Gita and Bhagavatam. But till the time, since the time Darwin proposed, if you see before Darwin, Newton, so many big scientists, they were all Krishna conscious to some extent. They say, yes, God exists. You see, the founders of science, interestingly, are all Krishna conscious to some extent. They're not using the word Krishna, they may not know that, but they say, yes, God is there. Newton said God is there. So many people said God is. But after Darwin, most of the scientists are atheistic. Correct? They say research, we are going to pay, you don't even, university, we will not get a grant if it doesn't have research. You know? They make an artificial show of trying to search the truth, but actually they have given up the search for truth by saying it happened by accident. They have given it up. You know? But if that was not there, they will be thinking, what is the cause of that? What is the cause? They say just, no, there is nothing, accident. What is the cause? What is the cause? What is the cause? And then if you are searching, Bahunam Janamanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate, they will come to Krishna. They see there is a beautiful purport. Prabhupada says that the four kind of people cannot understand me. In the Bhagavad Gita, what are the four kind of people who cannot? Namam Dushkitano Prapadyante Naradhama Maya Aparhita Jnana Asurama. There is one word, Mayaya Aparhita Jnana. Prabhupada says that, even begins the purport, before he goes to the four, he attacks these people. He says that, why is it that people who are searching for truth, Krishna doesn't reveal himself for them? So Prabhupada writes, first in the we read the purport, actually they are not searching for truth. They are making a show. Correct? You've seen in the college, they are doing research. Tell me how many professors are actually sitting and trying to know the truth? Zero. Not only their process is wrong, their genuineness to know about the truth is also wrong. Isn't it? They are more worried about promotion, politics, everything. You know, what is the truth? Like Brahma, when he is born, what he is asking? My Lord, what is the truth? He doesn't know how the Lord is. Does he have form? Does he doesn't know? He doesn't know anything. But what was him? He is genuine. He was genuine. Correct? And then because he was genuine, Krishna gave him the indication, ta, pa, you have to do some austerities. Correct? And then Brahma engaged in the austerities. You think you can know the truth? That's what Prabhupada says. The Max Muller and the gang who came to India to, their definitely vested interest was, because that's how everybody will be political, that our knowledge is great and their knowledge is bad, correct? And they gave a commentary on Bhagavad Gita, reading that anybody gets confused. And Prabhupada writes there, with one hand having liquor, other hand having beef, and you want to understand Gita, you cannot, you need to do some tapasya. So today that is not explained, The so-called centers of learning and education, they don't teach character. They don't say, if you want to understand teaching here, just imagine, in a Vedic time, in a Gurukul, Guru is there, okay? He is giving education. Don't you think the first condition he says, in ISKCON, when you take Diksha, Diksha means beginning, not the end. That is the time you are beginning your education under Guru. And what is the condition it takes? 4 regulative principles, correct? I can't teach you if you're not following 4 regulative principles. But they don't have no tapasya. This is tapasya, no? Simplified tapasya for Kali Yuga. Not that you're sitting in the mountain in the cold water. But somebody was telling that that is easier, this is more difficult in Kali Yuga. 4 regulative principles, the chanting 60 down is more difficult. It is easy to sit in water in a mountain. Anyway, whichever way you take. But the point is, tapasya was part and parcel of what the Guru does before even education. So before revealing knowledge to Brahma, it's the same thing Krishna does. Correct, no? Tapasya, do tapasya. And Brahma did tapasya. But not for one small time. It is said we cannot imagine that time. We cannot even imagine that time the Brahma was doing tapasya. So what is the difference? And Krishna revealed himself. Narayana came in front of him. And then he got darshan of even Krishna. So if you are actually searching for truth, point is, Shastra says, if you are not searching for truth, you actually, human life was waste for you. Para bhavas tavad, इसको सारे श्लोक याद है. Krishna's mercy, correct? Paramavastavad jatam yavan jigyasa atma tattvam yavat kriya tavad ido manovai karmachakam yena sharir parabhavas. Whole life is a defeat. Abodha jata, simply born uselessly. Parabhavastavad abodha jata, matlab, kyun paida hua pata nahi. Yavan jigyasa atma tattvam, if he doesn't have search for truth. So we should have search for truth within our system. And if that search for truth opens up in the heart, then imagine something else is going on. I remember a long time ago, we were in the temple, and one devotee went to senior devotee, Prabhu, please counsel me. What happened? I feel envious of other devotees. So I remember I was there, he was telling him, see, you have come here to see the Lord in the heart. We cannot see that. You have come here to see the Lord's beautiful pastime, the spiritual Lord. We cannot see that. कुछ और के लिए आए थे, कुछ और में लग गए हो अभी. Correct? When you understand for what, so therefore just imagine that in Bhagavad Gita itself, because society was into urge for truth. Look at Arjuna's position. In the second chapter, when Krishna has answered his question after that, Krishna, Sitapragnasya ka bhasha, samadhi, how much is eager to know the truth? Samadhi tasya keshava, sitadhi kim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta. Look at his personality. He's so eager to know about the absolute truth. That is the Vedic culture. You see that the whole life is dedicated. I want to know the truth. I want to dedicate myself to Supreme Lord. And therefore we see Vidura, he has left the kingdom. So many things have happened. His mind is not bothered about that. The real thing in life, he wants to take advantage. All the big kings, they had a huge kingdom. They had big power. They used to leave one day. For what? Yavanna jigyasa atma tattvam. They want to, theoretically they all know. Even Parikshit Maharaj knows everything theoretically. He's already a great devotee. But he wants to hear from Shukadeva Goswami. Because then what the realizations will come. So this Prabhupada is therefore saying the theory of uncertainty have stopped the brain activity of the human society. What a conclusion, my God. Just like an acharya, like a lion is roaring. The whole world today believes in theory of uncertainty. Correct? And they think they are very intelligent. Prabhupada is saying reverse, your brain activity has stopped. Because of it. Society, by accepting the theory of uncertainty, has stopped its brain activity. Dimag band ho gaya logo ka uske baad. Because if this is removed, then immediately, even in a tribal area, the small tribal people, when they see lightning, they see sun, they start worshipping them. They see that is the cause, okay, some power is there, even they believe. They are better, even they, who may say like Andaman Nicobar, jo log nahi hai, jungli, they are actually better than big scientists sitting in IIT. Because they are actually agreeing some nature is there, some power is there. ये लोग से तो ज़्यादा वो उनसे ज़्यादा advanced हैं spiritually. Correct? True? हम सोचते हैं ना सबसे degraded. अरे वो तुमसे ज़्यादा हैं, आगे हैं अभी. Spiritually they are more evolved because they have not been confused by the theory of uncertainty. Accidentally thing happen, accidentally everything happen, accidentally creation happen, accidentally everything will be destroyed. Creation, maintenance, destruction is accidental. The Bhagavatam says, Janmadi Yasya, everything is under control of the Supreme Personality. Therefore I worship Him. So you see how much knowledge Lord Shiva is having. See, when we see in Bhagavatam, Narad Muni is praying, or we see Prahlad Maharaj is praying, Dhruv Maharaj is praying, correct? All the time, don't you see that? The prayers are full of knowledge. So Brahma is praying, full of knowledge. Aruya krichena parampadam tata patanti adadipam smaitangraya. Directly speaking, that people who don't take shelter of lotus feet of Krishna, yeravindaksha mubuktamanina, they say they are liberated, but actually they'll fall down. Full of knowledge. So similarly, Lord Shiva also is full of knowledge. And then Prabhupada is very nicely commenting at the end, Sanatan Dharma means accepting Krishna. He's saying that. Nowadays it has become a fashion. All the kind of, speculations and practices and, beliefs are put together in some band of Hinduism. है ना? वो इकट्ठा कर देते हैं जैसे ना सारे कचरा को, and that is put in the band, and that is called Sanatan Dharma. Is not Prabhupada is not saying Sanatan Dharma means accepting Krishna as Supreme Personality of God. Vedesha sarva ahameva vedya. Om tad Vishnu paramam padam sada pashyanti surya. No doubt, all devatas are the lotus feet of Krishna, correct? But today it is not like that. It's all put in the gambit of Sanatan Dharma, one khichdi. Everything is there, everything is there. Don't hurt anybody's sentiments. Now, you suppose you powerfully preach, like Pakistan Prabhupada was preaching, or powerfully, like Prabhupada was preaching, you'll be inside jail today. सीधा पकड़ के डाल देंगे. You have heard the sentiments of so many people. So therefore, we have to be more careful today. You know? So, but the truth is truth. Prabhupada says the real meaning of Sanatan Dharma is accepting Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. That is Sanatan Dharma, and that is what Lord Shiva is saying. Okay? Prabhupada had actually explained, if you can see, he's explained so many words in this purport, taking the trouble. And but I think the main thing which I felt very excited was theory of uncertainty. Correct? So what does it say? There was, by accidentally, there was some explosion. God knows from where. If something to explode, something should be there. How that thing came into being, we don't know. So they say, actually Prabhupada says, they cheat us. Just like Darwin. He says origin of species. He never explained how the life started. Never explained in his book. Cheating. They start, the real problem of the scientists is today, they start somewhere in the middle and they continue. They cannot go to origin in any field. And Prabhupada says knowledge will start when you accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead as inconceivable. From there the knowledge starts. If you do not accept that, you cannot proceed in knowledge. They say, uncertainty is a funny thing, but actually it is something else, and we can keep developing after that. Okay, Hare Krishna. Somebody wants to add something? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So in our school days, we were misled by all these things. We used to study the theory, Charles Darwin's theory of this origin of species. We were taught that we came from monkeys. Horrible. Now I understand why they gave us all these, false things,
Correct. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, thank you. So now, any prayer where it says the Lord is the cause, any prayer we have our singer Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, first shloka of Brahma Samhita.
Krishna Sevini Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Okay, now Mataji, can you think of some prayer where the devotee, first canto, first shloka Mataji, somebody said that's perfect, yes. Janma, anybody can sing that, Krishna Sevini Mataji, can you sing that shloka?
Yes, Prabhu, Krishna. Janmadhyasya yetonvayaditarata chateshvabhignasvarat tene brahma hridayadikavaye muhyanti yat surayaha. I'm stuck suddenly.
Tejovari.
Vari yathamritam vinimayo yatra trisargom rusha dhamna sena tata.
Nirasta.
Sorry, Prabhuji. I'll just check because suddenly I'm too excited to sing.
May I sing, Prabhuji?
Nirasta Kohakam.
And thankfully today in your father's class, I just sung Gopi Git and came, Prabhu. So I just joined little late here.
No, that's okay. You sing with lot of devotion, therefore I like to hear. Yeah.
Thank you.
May I sing, Prabhuji?
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. May I sing?
Yes. Yeah, sing slowly, like this only, with devotion. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयातितरतश्चार्तेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये ह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा दाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि.
It's so beautiful, see, so beautiful. Isn't you think we have to thank Prabhupada, they saved us from the theory of uncertainty and brought to Bhagavata. Correct? Anybody else? Any other shloka which shows that Krishna is the original cause? Yes, Vipin Vilasji, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, can I sing? Prabhuji, Brahma Samhita 5.1.
Yeah, sing.
Ishvara Parama Krishna.
Slowly, devotion ke saath.
Okay. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachit Ananda Vigraha Anadhir Adhir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam.
Sarva Karana Karanam. And no theory of uncertainty. Okay, any other pramana? Vipin Vilasji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
नहीं प्रभु मेरे को तो 1.1.1 रिसाइट
Oh,
करना
one.
है.
Oh, ho gaya. Okay, दूसरा. Okay. Yes, who's going to sing? Any other verse?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Arjuna's prayers in Bhagavad Gita. Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Ajo Nitya Shashvato Yam Purano. No.
अब 2-3 श्लोक इकट्ठे हो गए.
परम ब्रह्मा परम धाम पवित्रम परमं भवान्
पुरुषं
शाश्वतं दिव्यम् आदिदेवं विभु.
Okay. Any prayer, Mataji, Krishna Sevini Mataji, where you meditate on Krishna as the cause of everything, in control of everything? Any prayer?
So many shlokas.
Anyone you select.
Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Sunvanti Divyai Savai Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadai Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavastita Tatkatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navidusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Canto 12, chapter 13, text 1 to 2.
Yeah. So nice, no? See how beautiful it is that when you hear that Krishna is the origin, it is so actually, it resonates with the soul. Therefore, we go to the temple, they are chanting mantras. It's very nice. Not just because Sanskrit is beautiful, because actually they're offering praise to the Lord, and the soul resonates, because they know that's the truth, But these people have created this, theory of illusion, which is like jammed, just like, they said in the war, India and Pakistan, India used some jammers, unka radar hi jam kar diya. So लोगों का दिमाग जैम हो गया है under this, this theory of uncertainty. दिमाग ही काम नहीं. They say the radars are not stop working. वो जैम हो गए थे. So लोगों के भी दिमाग पूरे जैम हो गए हैं. The theory of uncertainty, isn't it? Correct? Do you understand the logic or not understand the logic? It is so pleasing actually. Yes, Radha Vrindavaneshwari, which shloka?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Namaste Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alakshyam Sarvabhutanam Antarbahir Avastita.
Very nice. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Sadhe Pranam. Prabhuji, from Adhyayam, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9.
Yes.
9.4. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat vyaktamurtina mattani sarvabhutani nachaham teshavasthitaha.
Very good.
And one very important shloka, Prabhu, from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, chapter 5, 33 shloka, wherein Dhyeyam sada paribhavatnam abhishtadoham तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरिञ्चिनुतं शरण्यं धृत्यार्तिहं प्रणतपालभवाब्धिपोतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्.
Beautiful. Whose prayer it is? Vande Mahapurusham?
This is, I think, when Suta Uvacha, I think, Prabhu, this one, JM
Okay,
said.
I think that's the same prayer where this shloka refers to both Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, and Anna.
Krishna, Swadam, no. I think previous one is Nama Chintamani, Krishna Chaitanya Rasavikra, something.
Yeah, Mahapurusha. This refers to even Lord Ram. Now, in the purport, it says that all the three personalities this shloka refers to. Anyway.
Yes, Prabhuji. And then this is wherein the Supreme Personality of Godhead, if you don't mind, I'll read the translation, Prabhu.
Read.
My dear Lord, you are the Mahapurusha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I worship your lotus feet, which are the only eternal object of meditation. Those feet destroy the embarrassing conditions of material life and freely award the greatest desire of the soul, the attainment of pure love of Godhead. My dear Lord, your lotus feet are the shelter of all holy places and of all saintly authorities in the line of devotional service, and are honored by powerful demigods like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. My Lord, you are so kind that you willingly protect all those who simply bow down to you with respect, and thus you mercifully relieve all the distress of your servants. In conclusion, my Lord, your lotus feet are actually the suitable boat for crossing over the ocean of birth and death, and therefore even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva seek shelter at your lotus feet. His divine grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so Sarita Mataji, you didn't tell me a quotation. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranams. Prabhuji, this is from Bhishma Stuti.
Sing.
Itimati rupa kalpita vritishna bhagavati satuta pungave vibhumni swasukham upagate kvachit vikartum prakritim upeshu yat bhava pravaha. Shall I read the translation, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Thus my mind, free of desires and distractions, is now fixed in the one who is the unadulterated pure bliss, but who is an amusement like an illusion, takes on a form as if in creation and appears as if a distinguished one of the Yadu clan. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so very beautiful. Okay. What Sujata Mataji, you wanted to add something? We close now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare